walked into the kitchen and I saw on the windowsill about 10, 12 clear plastic polycarbonate tumblers lined up like little soldiers on the windowsill. Each one had about 2 inches of water in them, and little things were in them. One had a pebble, a blade of grass, some dirt, all sorts of weird things. I was curious, what's going on? I figured the dog and cat really didn't have much to do with this, so I went and talked to the kids. They were 2 and 4 at the time. I went to the 4-year-old. Pumpkin, do you know what's going on? Nope. And she pointed to her baby brother. Okay. I walked over to my son. Little Hanson, do you know what's going on? Yep, yep. What? Did you try again, sweetie? What are you trying to say? Experiment. Oh, an experiment. Okay. What are you trying to study? What are you trying to learn? He thought really hard. Space, concentration. He really needed to get that down to as few words as possible because speaking was hard then. And finally, grows. Oh, you're trying to see what grows. Very cool. I was so proud of the lad. I let the plastic tumblers stay on that windowsill for a couple of weeks before I cleaned them up. Children, they're curious. Puppies and kittens too. It's important that they're curious. They need to learn things like how to not burn down the house. One summer, Leon and I were out in the backyard. The kids were out there too, so was the dog. But the goal was Leon had to mow. That's Leon's job, not mine. However, I needed to help pick up the rocks. I don't know why. Lots of rocks get into the yard. Toys, clean up after the dogs. This was everybody's job. So we're wandering around the yard and we see a hole. It's about yay deep, about that wide, pretty big for this clay area. I looked over at my best friend. Kind of gave me a dirty look. Fowler was 10 at the time. He was past that puppy stuff. It was not him, even though it was a hole in the backyard. So I looked at the 4-year-old again, although I think she was 6 at the time. Hey, Pumpkin, do you know what this is about? She beamed and looked at me. She was so proud. I'm digging a hole. I'm gonna see how deep I can get the hole. I might dig to the other side of the world. Children, they try and do the impossible. Again, learning their life's boundaries. My kids didn't play with dolls or action figures. Instead, they had a large bin. They had Lego and animals. Ferrets, hamsters, dogs, hippopotamus, unicorns, winged horses, cows, snakes, everything, and dinosaurs. Lots and lots of dinosaurs. Listening to them play was kind of revealing, and they were pretty good. So one time, I was listening, and I heard them. And then, the long-necked dinosaur took a branch in his mouth, and he hit the Ankylosaurus on the head. Anky, armor, live. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, maybe the T-Rex was coming in over here. Long neck, branch, hit T-Rex. Oh yeah, that would work. Okay. Elaborate stories they made up. Children, they like to play pretend. It helps them process emotions process their thoughts, and work with different social conditioning, social behavior. One time, I made tofu pups for dinner. We were low in mustard. Leon grabbed the mustard, turned it upside down, shook, shook, shook. He went to put mustard on that hot dog, and as he did, I looked at him and I said, "Did that mustard fart?" And the kids, they just laughed and laughed. For 6 months, whenever there was a noise like that, one of them would say, "The mustard farted!" And they were hysterically laughing. Children, they can find humor in the silliest of things. Well, childhood is over. We've learned our lessons. It annoys people if you ask them a lot of questions. You can't do the impossible. We're adults now. So I think we should travel back into time and find the person that said, "Put away those childish notions," and punch them in the nose. That's all.